Okay, for our first league today, playing some Esper Blade. It's the blue-white Stoneblade shell with Snapcasters and Stoneforge Mystics and Jaces, but we also just have black for some more good disruption. Having access to Thoughtseize just massively swings a lot of the combo matchups, which I'm pretty excited about. So I'm looking forward to trying this deck out. A viewer actually suggested I might enjoy it on stream yesterday. I thought it sounded worth a try. Okay, we have a Force to stop ourselves dying to combo. We have a Ponder to help us hit our second land. Swords against fair matchups, so this hand looks pretty solid to me. Obviously we do need to find the second land, but... oh god. Oh god. Goblins. I guess, this is interesting. If we plan on swordsing the lackey, we do expose ourselves to wasteland. And I guess port. I don't know if I just have to force this so that then I can ponder next turn. That's probably ridiculous. I'm probably just meant to, like, hope that swordsing it works out. It's just like a bit scary if they have a wasteland, but so we get a Tundra. Maybe I meant to force it on the basis that they have caverns in their deck, so force isn't exactly always live throughout the game. Yeah, max punished. Okay. Yeah, so we're kind of where we would have been if we'd forced, except we haven't got to cast the Ponder. Hadn't got to cast the Ponder. This is fairly unfortunate. Vile, okay. No second land, this is so threatening. Them not having a second land, they just have 3 spells in hand that they can Vile in now. I think we're gonna lose this. On a positive note, it doesn't seem like the Ponder was that likely to have found us a land anyway. We've now seen 2 of the 3 cards the Ponder would have seen, and they weren't lands. So even if we'd gone Force into Ponder, we'd have had to hit a land off the shuffle, basically. Okay. So now, even if we find a land, they can threaten to kill it. Oh, we found an island. So that, they can't kill this one. The Vile's obviously very, very threatening, but at least we've got mana now. Oh wow, just all basics. Okay. I guess I just want to draw both the basics. Go like removal spell plus Ponder into Stoneforge plus removal spell maybe. Driver isn't the scariest one. It's very easy for us to kill. It doesn't generate card advantage. They have the hasty one, the 2/2. Yeah. So that's gonna let the pile driver hit us for a bit more. Oh god. Alright, Matron is scary. Because Matron means they're going to be able to get so much card advantage now. Yeah, with their ringleaders. The ringleader is actually going to be really hard to beat here, I think. You kind of just have to hope they whiff on the ringleader, which isn't a great spot to be in. So we're going to ponder plus swords. And then next turn push plus mystic. These are all good. Might be too slow, but so I guess we want the True-Name on the bottom, since we can't cast it. Then we can just draw the other two over the next 2 turns. I guess I get rid of the War Chief. If I get rid of the War Chief, they can vial in the ringleader, which is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The alternative is I just swords this, then they attack me for 5. It's pretty rough for us either way. Not really sure what the correct choice is here. I guess, it is a thing that Fatal Push can kill this easily, whereas it can't kill this easily. But taking 8 puts us on 2, which I think we can't actually recover from. So I think we just have to get rid of the pile driver. In which case we can actually wait and do it on their turn. Just have to hope they whiff off this ringleader. Then maybe we have a chance. Like, it's nice that their wastelands almost aren't real cards, provided they whiff here. Holy cow, they did not whiff. Alright, alright. I think I will concede to the 4-for-1. Yeah, this is New Legacy Magic, fanboys. Goblins and Stoneblade. New Legacy, also 2010. These both seem good to me. Toxic Deluge seems good. Disenchant does kill Vial, which is relevant. I think that's probably enough to bring in the Disenchant. I don't know, this stuff is all like kind of considerations, but I'm not over the moon about. This stuff all seems great. Force, we could probably trim on forces. This is a fair matchup. And they're like pretty bad against Vial. Other things that like aren't the most exciting, Night's Whisper seems kind of dangerous to be casting when they're pressuring our life total so much. We could just swap the other Night's Whisper for like one of these. Like, Containment Priest can turns off their vial, but also just trades with, like, the 1/2, right? Blocks 1/1s. So I think Containment Priest is actually good. We can take out a Knight's, you have a Knight's Whisper and one more card. I think I like all the equipments. All 3 equipments seem really good to me for different reasons. I know Thoughtseize isn't exciting, but being able to take ringleaders before they can hit the battlefield seems very relevant to me. Maybe we can still trim one though. Run it like this. Okay, so we get to go first. This is fine. We have some cantrips to find some removal. We have explosives, which is pretty good in the matchup. I suspect I'm just fetching an island here. Try and like play around Wasteland. It's kind of awkward because like fetching basics does make you weaker to port, but I think this is fine. Right, let's grab an island, cast a ponder, just digging for lands and removal. I think I'm gonna ship this. Our mana's kind of at a premium in this matchup. So like obviously casting more cantrips is nice, but we already have a Brainstorm. I kind of just want to guarantee I can keep hitting my land drops or find a Stoneforge Mystic. That's also great. Stoneforge is excellent. Very nice thing to cast next turn. Okay, please no vial. Okay. So I could Stoneforge or I could Brainstorm into Thoughtseize. I think I just want to Stoneforge. I think that seems really strong to me. I can go get a Batterskull. Just immediately start taking over the board. Then next turn my Brainstorm can dig a card deeper to help me hit my lands. Right, Batterskull. Obviously Jitte would be great as well, but I think we're a bit away from like making Jitte, whereas being able to like Brainstorm into play Batterskull next turn seems like a really good plan to me. Ooh, they have a port. So they could just port us over land. If they do, we just get to put in Batterskull though, so it's not the end of the world for us. Okay. Pile drive is fine. Not too scared about that one. Now I'm just gonna start with Brainstorming, I think. Try and hit my lands. If I brick on a land, it's really bad, but I can't afford not to Brainstorm, really. Sick. Okay. I have some choices now. So I get to shuffle away 2 cards. I like the explosives. I like the Batterskull. I think I like the Containment Priest. I don't know. Vitamy's wondering if they were to tap their Vial end of my turn, I could just flash in Containment Priest. It like slows them down so much. And then next time we get to go like Thoughtseize plus Batterskull. So I think I like the Containment Priest. You think Jace and Stoneforge? I think the Jace can probably go. I don't know if I want to get rid of the sword or the Stoneforge. I think I want to get rid of Jace and sword. I kind of like that plan. And then Stoneforge can like go find Jitte in a little while. Potentially. I like this. Let's just pass the turn. Plan on getting our priest down. Okay, gotta do an upkeep then apparently. Since they didn't have a 1 to put in. Hey Mafioso. Apparently so. It's kind of unreal. Legacy's just like devolved 6 years. It's kind of great, honestly. The sword's very good. We can get it with the other Mystic, I guess. I just figure, my thinking was I kind of wanted to get a Jitte, but maybe I should just be keeping the sword, not getting greedy. Maybe, like, the efficiency of just already having the sword is much better than having the versatility of this other Mystic in our hand. You dislike this parallel timeline where top is banned. That's fair. Nice wasteland. Basics are great. Jeez. They do have some Tar Fires, yeah. But they don't have them currently. They don't have red mana currently. Yeah, maybe we probably just are meant to keep the sword. That was probably really loose. Like, next turn, if we'd hit a land drop, getting to, like, play the sword and equip would be really huge. This is interesting. So they can get rid of our priest if they hit the red mana. Yeah. Imagine if we still had the sword, we'd get to slam it and equip the priest. That'd be so good. This is still fine. We can Brainstorm, Thoughtseize, put in Batterskull. I think I'm just going to lead on the Thoughtseize so that I can, like, decide on my Brainstorm a bit better. Although we don't really want to, like, Brainstorm away any of these cards is the thing. Yeah, maybe we just don't Brainstorm. Nazcar, you might be right. I still think I want to Thoughtseize. The other option is, I could cast Mystic and put in Batterskull this turn. But I think this is just something I really want to get out of the way so I know what we're against. Like what tools they have. Alright, so this doesn't matter. The War Chief doesn't really matter. It's probably just the Incinerator. I guess the matron can go get an incinerator, but that's really slow. We can get a Batterskull going in that time frame. Yeah, I really wish we'd kept hold of the sword. I agree that we should have kept hold of that. I just want to take this, I think. The other option is we take Warchief, but then they have a bunch of freeze in play, which we could explosives away. It's also like the Batterskull just makes the Warchief not too threatening, I feel like. Alright. You like taking the matron just to shut them off the ringleaders? That's fair. Hey there, Alpha Games. I know we're pretty happy with this hand. I feel like I still don't hate brainstorming this turn just to set up a good play next turn. And go like Batterskull into either like a Jace or some other equipment. Maybe this is a spew. Yeah, Matron's just very slow, that's fair. I get to hit my land drop now, which is kind of nice with the Mystic, I guess, but we'd have got to do that regardless. It means we can explosives on 3 next turn though, if they hit like, if they decide to land Warchief. Yeah, push is decent. Maybe we just shuffle away the lands and keep the push. Makes it like harder for them to block Batterskull as well. Okay. And then we want to crack this now, so they can't kill our Stoneforge in response to us cracking it. Yeah, Fire and Ice is in our deck, Matthew, so we had it in our hand earlier. I shuffled it away because I'm still kind of getting used to this deck. It's like, this is pretty different from anything I've ever played in Legacy. I've mainly played like combo and tempo decks. It's pretty interesting though. Comes the matrons. They can go get another gem palm. We get to land the incinerator. The Legacy's going well, Espion. I'm enjoying it. Oh jeez, that's really brutal. They need to find another colored mana source for it though. I should play a Mentalist. Yeah, Menta's pretty great. I get to attack with the germ here. I assume I just want to cast the Mystic and go get the sword. It means I can't protect the Batterskull, but if they're killing the Batterskull, they don't get to kill my sword. So, that seems fine to me. That sounds really cool, Mafioso. I know whenever Miracles casts Mentor against me, it's always just the most threatening thing imaginable. Card certainly, like, overperforms. Alright, so that went okay. Even though I played somewhat loosely. Apparently this deck is powerful. Do you want to change anything? The Thoughtseize was honestly pretty decent that game. It was kind of like a time walk against the Matron. I don't know if I want Disenchant, just because Vial's so threatening, but we do have the Priests and Explosives as answers. I'm kind of tempted to just run this back. Maybe the Counterspell's bad. Especially on the draw. Could cut the Counterspells. Bring in like a Thoughtseize, and Clique seems better. Oh, Clique seems good. Also just having a flyer that like the Jitte can go on. Yeah, I like the idea of Clique. And just leave it at 2 Thoughtseizes. Let's try this. Oh my god, Mafioso, such a dilemma. This hand is very respectable. Elite removal, got some basics, got a Stoneforge. Gonna lose to that Vial. I guess we got the Priest for the Vial, but they're gonna have one turn of having the Vial in play. Am I more likely to push or swords? Probably push, so I should pass with the Delta up. That's fair, Mafioso. I've not really played against Goblins. Goblins is a bit before my time, so not entirely aware of how terrible it is. Oh damn it. Embarrassed my removal. Do we just have to Priest next turn to stop the Vial getting explosive? Probably. Wow, draw the swamp. That means this can get an island at least. So we can go island plains. And then next time we can go Mystic plus push. I could try and ambush a Goblin token in combat, but I think I'd rather just make sure they don't get to put anything in off fire 1-2. Just like try and cut down on their ability to put creatures into play. Force them to use their mana this turn so they can't port us. wasn't Deathrite Shaman that was holding back goblins. That is a very reasonable comment. Oh my god. Matron. For Gem Palm. I assume. Yeah. Gem Palm's so rude. They don't get to attack us this turn though. We get to land our Mystic. And like they have a choice of which one they want to kill. Yeah, I am just gonna cast the Mystic. Hold up, push. Obviously I could kill 2 goblin tokens to stop the Gem Palm killing my priest, but that seems like kind of a spew. You think we should just take out all the forces, Mafioso? That's reasonable. I took out 2 of them. I figured like there's still times where you want to force Aether Vial, since Aether Vial's so threatening on turn 1. That's why I kept it in the deck, but I could see that just being incorrect. Do I want Batterskull or Sword? I have 2 creatures in place, they can only kill 1 of them next turn. And if they kill the Stoneforge, I can't get Batterskull in play anyway. So I guess Sword is probably a touch better. This deck needs more Deathrite Shamans, doesn't every deck? How I miss the Shaman. That's fair, Mafioso. When I was playing Delver, I would always keep in like 2 forces on the draw against the Aether Vial decks, just to like counter the Vials on turn 1. But I'm aware that's like a tempo-y deck, or more on the aggressive side of mid-range, compared to this, which is like definitely more on the controlling side of mid-range. So it could just be correct just to have none of them in. Goodbye, Containment Priest. Okay, that makes sense, Mafioso. That makes sense. Vial is now back online, which is terrifying. They have a Wasteland, so whilst they tick up the Vial, they can keep our mana under control here with Wasteland and Port. That makes sense. Yeah, I was like really torn about boarding in Disenchant or not, because killing Vial was so important. But they only have Vial in like 40% of their opening hands, right? Makes it kind of tough. They are tapping their Wasteland. Okay. Deal. Hey there, Dom. You missed out. You missed out on Death and Taxes yesterday. You had your one chance to watch me play Death and Taxes, and you missed it. I think I just want to get True-Name in play now, so I can sort it up next turn, right? I could also just sword up the Stoneforge. I assume I just want to get the True-Name in play though. They can like wasteland me and try and kill the Stoneforge to stop me sorting it next turn, but... Hey there, Diva. How are you doing? Yeah, they can't beat True-Name? Cool. I am down with them not being able to beat True-Name. Hey, Gon. I don't think we have any new cards. We're just trying... We're trying very old cards. Where the bans hit Legacy, the format seems to have gone back about 5 years. It's like somewhat absurd. All the progress that was made in Legacy is just gone. How do you feel about Phyrexian Revoker after the Deathrite Shaman ban? It felt very solidly medium, like Phyrexian Revoker's always felt. I had 2 copies in the list I was playing, and that like probably felt about right, I guess. But I've only ever played 10 matches with Death and Taxes, so it was actually kind of nice in like the mirrors and pseudo mirrors. No, my Stoneforge. Now they can wasteland me, and I don't get to equip the sword next turn. Yeah, I guess that happens. No. I said that we had 2 copies, and that felt like probably about right. And that it's still nice in like mirrors and pseudo mirrors to like turn off your opponent's equipment or whatever, but wasn't thrilled with Revoker. Is this gonna be one of the hasty ones? Yeah, hasty one. Well, we get to kill the Pile Driver and then block the War Chief. So this actually works out fine for us. Oh my god, that deck was so delightful. The Goblin Bombardment list he posted on SCG. Are they just not sending in the War Chief? Okay. Oh, I should have done this in response, because now they gain life, right? This is really bad. It probably makes no difference, but it's still bad. Jeez. Just give them 8 life. Is Leovold no longer playable? It's not that Leovold's no longer playable, it's that, like, I don't know how you make a bug mana base work, or make a bug deck work. Like, Deathrite was always really important to those decks. Now I get more fun turns of crushing them. Apparently... Ooh, another basic. Sounds great. So I can just get the sword down this turn and pass with push up. And then next turn I can equip the sword and get swinging. If they have a Tin Street Hooligan or something like that, it's pretty sad for us, but otherwise I think we're in a very good position, despite me giving them 8 life for no good reason. I'm going to hold back the True-Name to block. I don't think getting in 3 damage achieves anything. I don't know, Kansas. I think it was questionable whether it was playable beforehand. Losing Deathrite is a very big problem for all those sort of creature combo decks, though. Yeah, I have heard about that before. About him top 8ing a GP with it. It's like kind of impressive that someone could top 8 with that deck. Oh my god. Tarfire Pile Driver? Okay. At least the Tarfire's not doing anything. They can cast a Pile Driver, but it doesn't get to attack this turn. And then we start like shooting it down with the sword. Shooting down some of this nonsense anyway. Oh god, this gets the Hooligan. Tac Strapper. We probably can't beat that card. We kind of need to draw a Thoughtseize next turn. Yeah, kind of need to draw a Thoughtseize. We get 2 draws though because of the sword. So we've got that going for us. Oh, you think no, they have a Vial on 4, right? So blue spell doesn't work. I guess we could hypothetically hit like a Containment Priest as well, and then just like hope they brick on a land. Right, we can Brainstorm to try and hit the Thoughtseize. Well, I guess Stoneforge gets Jitte. It also just gets to block their 1/1s. So that's probably good enough. We get rid of Fatal Push Ponder, Stoneforge for Jitte. Could just get rid of both Fatal Pushes. Hold up Force. I feel like if I have like a bit more time, I probably win this, right? Yeah. I just need time to get Jitte online. So having access to the Force actually seems surprisingly decent. You can get a Tundra or a Scrubland. Get more blue mana when in doubt. Jitte, pass the turn. So we know these 3 cards in their hand. Scrapper's going to come in and kill the sword this turn, but then we get to get Jitte going. I guess they could, if they drew a land, they could double port us. But then we can put in Jitte off this anyway, so that doesn't even lock us off it. Shit. Punished for keeping the Force. I think it was still fine to keep the Force though. We can still like counter a Tarfire, right? On our Mystic, or something like that. Which could be pretty relevant, just having the 1/2 in play against these 1/1s. Is it going to buy us some time? Right, I think I have to counter this. I'm pretty sure I have to counter this. I don't know if I'm pitching Snapcaster or Ponder. Snapcaster is kind of mana intensive, but it's also just like a random body. It's like essentially 2 removal spells. I think I'm pitching the Ponder. Because like Snap Swords just deals with 2 creatures, buys us time whilst Jitte eats their board. So now they get to kill the sword with their tuk-tuk, which is pretty good for them. But the Jitte is just going to do exactly the same thing. We've got our 1-2 blocking their 1-1s really well. Yeah, there are definitely some goblins over there. Hope it goes okay, Mafioso. See ya. Oh my god. Please not Matron. Anything but... Oh my god. So now they get Tin Street Hooligan. And we probably can't win anymore. Yep. That's kind of brutal. Now we need... So I guess we need to find Thoughtseize, right? So we can take the Tin Street Hooligan. Otherwise we probably just can't cast the Jitte. Interesting. Oh my god. Right. Wow. Explosives. Jace. True name. Don't know what I'm doing. I just don't have much time. I should probably have kept that Jitte to like Firewood in with the Stoneforge. Just panicking due to lack of time. I should I can get a second true name down next turn though. Then I have like one on offense, one on defense. Or just hold both back whilst I get Jace going even. Just have like this wall of true names holding them at bay. Maybe I was meant to cast the explosives. I don't know. There's nothing I'd put explosives on is the problem. That I could actually do here, because all their things are kind of expensive. Like the only thing I really care about is Bio, I guess. Which I can't blow up anyway. On this turn. Okay. I am very okay with main phase tap for my land. Trying to like make me put something in so they can hooligan it. Pile driver? Sure. So this turn I'm just gonna get this other true name in play, I think. Just have this wall of blockers. I'm a bit scared of dying to the pile driver randomly. There's not a lot I can do about that though. I might put this on 0 just to kill the tokens. Make them have less attackers. Then like Stoneforge can chump this. Next turn I can play Jitte attack in order to kill the pile driver with the Jitte counters. Obviously if they actually have Siege Gang in hand I'd be super dead, but apparently they don't. So that's a relief. Oh. Could be holding off on Siege Gang because of the explosives in play. There's also a possibility. It's interesting. Maybe I meant to crack this pre-combat. Now if they kill the Stoneforge, I'm in, like, big trouble. I guess I was probably dying anyway, though, if they kill the Stoneforge here. Alright. So we get to do this. I think I'm just gonna take this. I feel like they might have Siege Gang, but I don't know. Maybe this is wrong. This thing is just so threatening. You think I needed to be more patient? Just because Siege Gang is so threatening? Yeah, maybe. I guess I guess part of the problem in my mind is I feel like it's really hard to keep holding up explosives every turn. Because, like, our next draw is a Jitte. I guess we're not casting Jitte so we can take the Hooligan anyway, maybe? Maybe we'd just be casting Jace and then we'd want to, like, 0, find a land, hold up explosives. It's just impossible to grind against this garbage. Like, what am I meant to do? Hey there, Doretti. Maybe I just had to equip Swing there. I don't know. I don't know, because this is pro blue. So I can't block it anyway. Here comes the Siege Gang. Yeah, I'm just not beating this. Right. Legacy's pretty wild right now. It's pretty wild right now. Yeah. I could probably have won that game if I played it a bit better. I'm still just kind of getting used to the deck. I feel like that was winnable. Alright, we are learning. Exploring new Legacy. When your opponent gets 4 Demonic Tutors, 4 Impulse, 2 Unsummons, Edicts, and Lackey. That's fair. Was that draw like above average? Yeah, I guess they just drew the matrons naturally, right? That's fair. I'm not really like where I've never really seen goblins before, since it hasn't really been a thing in years. I don't really know exactly what like a normal average goblins draw looks like. So, but yeah, drawing like all 4 matrons naturally is definitely very powerful. You assume they went down to 0 to 2 lackeys and 1 pile driver. Yeah, because the lackeys really struggle to get past Stoneforge. That makes sense. This seems a bit slow. I could see this being a mulligan. Yeah, so the moment they go up to 5, it indicates they have Siege Gang, right? That makes sense. I could see this hand being too slow. It has basics though, which is nice. Loses to Thoughtseize. Hey, we're so lucky. Land lucky scoop. Fair point, fair point. Take your Stoneforge. What the hell? Oh, these wastelands are embarrassing, so that's good for us. We just have to take Liliana, right? Dark Confidant, rather, right? We have no answers to Confidant in our hand. That card's just going to take over. Liliana's going to be a pain, but like Liliana versus Jace works out in our favour, right? And they can't even cast Lily yet. Yeah, Punishing Jund. It could also just be Loam. It could be 4-color Loam. But we shall see. Please no second Bob. Please don't have drawn a second Bob. Oh, this is fine. They get to cast Lily this turn, but we're going to have... I guess Jace is a little while off. Maybe this isn't so fine. They're just going to eat up our whole hand. So I can discard one of the Jaces. Make sure I hit my land drops here. Next turn go Stoneforge, fetch Batterskull, force them to Edict. Have a Batterskull on our hand is like an extra pitchable. Yeah, this is just 4-color Loam because they have Mox Diamonds rather than Jund. I wonder if Mox Diamond was the best draw in their deck. It's kind of unreal. So apparently there is a bug at the moment with Liliana of the Veil, where if you plus and someone only has one card in hand, it bugs out the game. I'm going to see if I can find a link to this to show my opponent. Yeah, this is suboptimal. Just trying to find a link to it. This is a really uncommon situation. Probably not even worth fixing. Yep. Could never come up. Whoever pluses Lily with someone having one card in hand. Just bizarre. Sorry, I'm trying to find a link to explain it. To my opponent. Yeah. I just explained to my opponent. Apparently, it won't let them take game actions, and they'll time out. Okay, that was an easy game. Opponent should file for comp. I imagine they're going to. So how are we boarding here? I don't love Clique because of Punishing Fire. It does pressure Liliana, but Bitterblossom seems absurd. Yeah, they won't grant it to me, but thanks to Reddy. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Now is the time. Just play Bogles. Just fire up Bogles. Surgical is a thing? Yeah, surgical for loam and fire, right? These seem good. So we need to cut 3 cards. We can take out, like... Oh, you think we want engineered explosives? Explosives thing away Lily is, like... kinda expensive, but maybe you just have to do it. Maybe you just have to do it sometimes. Supreme Verdict seems bad, since all their creatures are must answers. Yeah, you think we take all the forces out? Yeah, I could see cutting all of them. I could see needing them against Lily sometimes, but maybe we just want to not be playing card disadvantage game. Just like bring in this stuff. This seems good. I think Clique's just like too weak to Punishing Fire. You think we should bring in Clique? I mean, you can Clique away the Punishing Fire, I guess. I kind of like how all our other creatures have like some amount of resilience to fire. Two force on the play. How come you have them on the play but not the draw? What's the what makes them good on the play specifically? I guess this is a keep. I'm not really in love with it, but I actually just want to mulligan this, I think. We have no removal for a Bob, for a Knight. We have both Surgicals, which is a bit awkward. Obviously we kind of want to have one. We have nothing to like flashback with the Snapcaster. Clique is strong versus Liliana, that's very true, TN. This This might be incorrect, but I'm gonna mull. Wow, okay. Sure. So we're just gonna lose to Wasteland this game. Surgical and Snap can insta-win. I guess. Maybe you just have to keep hands like that in this deck. It just looks so clunky. But maybe every hand looks clunky in this deck. And you just need to, like, draw a few cards for them to smooth out. The first hand was good. Okay. I guess it had basics as well, right? Which is actually really high value, since one of their game plans is just wasting you into oblivion. I just felt like we were just going to lose to a Dark Confidant or a Knight, if they had one. I forgot they play Chalice. We should be boarding in Disenchant, I guess. Do we have to keep Enforcers just because of Chalice? I guess on the play we get Thoughtseize, right? On the play we get Thoughtseize. On the draw you might just need Forces to answer Chalice though. I kinda want to hold up Counterspell, but I also need to kill them, because they've got Chalice on one down. So I'm just gonna jam Mystic, so I can get in Batterskull next turn. I don't know what Chalice for 0 is for. I found that kind of surprising. I guess the Engineered Explosives answers these two, right? Just pass with my Mystic up. They really don't want to get blown out by a Pact of Negation. Oh my god. Just hitting mono freeze. They get to double Wasteland us this turn though. Oh, EE, yeah, you're right. So now we can't EE because of the... We're not running Wasteland, so we can't, like, colorless the Engineered Explosives here. I guess this is fine. I just get to put in my Batterskull this turn. Now we sack the Stoneforge. If they double Wasteland us, the Germ gets to attack. Interesting. Don't know how we win from here. Probably just need them to die to their Bob, I guess. It's incredibly unlikely though. I guess how we actually win is the Liliana plussing too many times. There's a Chalice on one, so we can't plow. Otherwise I would have loved to do that, yes. I agree. That would have been very good. No worries. Two Dark Confidants. There's a lot of Dark Confidants. Surgical is interesting. They tap the Knight. I guess I get to extract the Wastelands. Oh, there's a Chalice in play. I'm so smart. See, all of us miss Chalices occasionally. Maybe they will flip an Emrakul. Maybe. They get to Cabal Pit my Snapcaster now, and then minus Lily. Yeah, Knight got way better with the ban, for sure. The fact that Knight can actually like grow larger now is really powerful. Yeah. Okay, so we're on the play. This Disenchant is coming in. Should probably have been in anyway. Maybe Clique is good. Maybe I was underrating Clique. Also think Jitte is probably worse than Sword. If we want a second equipment. So we need to cut 3 cards. I'm not sure which cards. I like all the Thoughtseizes on the play because we can take Chalice, which is like a terrifying card. I feel like we need all the removal against Knights and Deathrite. It's like, I kind of just want to, like, cut 1 mana things, because Chalice is so scary. I don't know if that's reasonable. Like, trim a Ponder or 2. You usually shave 2 Ponder, yeah. I think I kind of like that plan. And we're on the play, so Thoughtseize can actually act as an answer to Bob, so we maybe don't need the 6th 1 mana removal spell. I think I like this as a plan. Well, this sounds pretty good. Have an answer to Chalice, have a Thoughtseize on 1. Have some basics. Can answer Bob. Alright, let's just lead on the Thoughtseize. Answer for choke. Interesting. We just take the Garruk, right? Take the Garruk, leave them with nothing. They're like a ways off casting the Garruk, but it's going to be annoying at some point. I mean, you can just cast EE for 0 right, without tapping mana. So it's fine. Okay. Currently their hand is not very threatening. Hey there, Minifer. Ooh. That is a reasonable draw. They have 2 swords and a fire. So they can probably answer it. I'm a bit worried. About them maybe drawing a grove and firing it, but maybe I just hold the Clique for a while. Yeah, don't Clique yet. I think I agree. Wait for Lily. Yeah. Agreed. I should not have played the Tundra. I should have played a fetch, so I could keep searching basics. This is fine though. Set that draw step stop. Let everyone know we have a Clique. Yeah, that will make sense. We can just chill on the Clique, for sure. Keep hitting our land drops. Like, we know opponent can answer the Clique no matter what, so there's just like no rush. We can kill that one, so I don't really care about it. Boop. Huh. Alright, now I might Clique. Yeah, my room is full of deck boxes. It's kind of absurd. I think I'm going to do end of turn Clique, because I don't want them to be able to Lily minus, I think. I guess Lily's pretty threatening regardless. And even if we get to keep the Clique, they get to like Mesa with it, so we can't even attack Lily. We're forced like explosives Lily. In which case, do I want to Clique now or in their draw step? I kind of want to do it now so they can't fire the Clique. And we can like get rid of the fire. I don't want them to just have a fire sitting in their yard. I feel like we can answer most things pretty well other than the fire. Oh wow. Just a pile of removal. Interesting. I guess I just let them keep this all of this. None of it really does anything. We just need to draw like a Jace or Stoneforge to go get fetch Batterskull. That is a weirdly good draw. Now all our Snapcaster Mages can Night's Whisper for us too. I'm so happy. This is great. This is a delight. Now we can extract fires. Everything's just going so perfectly. We get to draw a Brainstorm and a Mystic. Alright. I guess I draw the Mystic first in case I need to reshuffle. For some weird reason. They do have Maze, that's true. They have Maze in hand. So maybe like keeping the Brainstorm is better, just to dig for a Planeswalker or a True-Name. That could make sense. Like we're never going to be able to use equipment properly with a Maze in play, regardless. Please not a Garruk. Please don't have a second Garruk. This could also be like a Liliana. Interesting. There goes the Maze. Oh, they're loaming. They're getting free lands in the yard for the loam. That makes sense. I mean, luckily with this surgical, so we can get rid of the loam itself. So this isn't actually too threatening. I guess if we get rid of the loam, we can't get rid of the fires. So that's a thing. We might be able to... You would not bother hitting loam. Interesting. Feels like them loaming back Wastelands is reasonably threatening though. I don't know. We have a second surgical. Now we can hit loam. We can get rid of this Clique. Yeah, we aren't beating P-Fire, that makes sense. Now we can beat P-Fire with two surgicals though. So I feel like the second Clique is redundant because they just have so much removal in hand. We need to find like a True-Name or a Jace realistically. There are 4 basics in this list. And... I guess I just put back this. I already have 5 lands. It's like plenty. So I can Stoneforge, double surgical. Though they're not inclined to use the Punishing Fire quite yet. I feel like the loam's still going to do enough work for them. I don't know. Maybe that inclination is wrong. I could crack a fetch to take one less here. Kind of want to be able to find basics with both of these though. I'm not too worried about getting like burnt out or whatever. Wow, they only have 2 loams in their deck? That's really surprising. They have... Yeah, it's kind of like that. Centaur Grindcrasher, Jesus. They have no Garrux left. They have 1 Zenith. Interesting. They only have the 1 Punishing Fire left on top of these 2. Okay. It's interesting. 4-color loam only plays 2. I didn't realize that. I thought they played, for some reason I thought they played 4. Okay, Stoneforge down. That's fine. I guess because we played out the Stoneforge, they get to cast the other fire. That's really awkward. They get to get value off their off having 2 fires in hand. It's actually really, really annoying. Okay. Guess we're now on the hope they don't draw Liliana game plan. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, Minifer, I agree. I guess I can do it draw step, right? I should do it draw step. That's really loose. I'm playing this quite badly. I'm not very familiar with this deck. It's like kind of a lot. Knight, 2 swords, Heath. Oh, they have plow? They couldn't plow their own thing to get them back, though. I guess they could plow our thing to get back Punishing Fire. I've never seen that come up before in Legacy. That's really cool. The old Swords to Plowshares, Chalice of the Void deck. Please don't have drawn Liliana. Okay. Knight is fine. So we're just going to kill this end of their turn, or exile rather, so that I can cast Batterskull next turn. Bone Splitter OP. Oh my god, what are they doing? Cracking the Heath in response? Like... Oh, just to gain more life. That makes sense. Buy more time against True-Name. Makes complete sense. Yeah, it's looking pretty decent for us. It's like, by no means a lock, but... Like, if they draw a Liliana at any point, that's reasonably troubling. But we've certainly got a lot of stuff going on. Gonna hold this land. Played a Badlands. Okay. Shit. That is really, really good. So I'm gonna have to use explosives to kill Lily in my turn. Oh well. This is still fine. We're gonna like use explosives and then be at parity, right? I'm just going to pass the turn with Counterspell up. Because we have this land we can discard to Lily anyway. If they end up discarding the swords to get a loyalty on Lily, I'm pretty okay with that. If we end up trading our land for their land, it's like whatever. Alright. Well, this lets us keep the land in hand anyway. Now we have Counterspell up again. For anything scary. Can return Batterskull, set up to replay it at some point. Yes, that counts as scary. Maybe we want to leave this in play in case we draw a True-Name, since like the maze shuts this down from doing anything anyway. I can see that being the case. It's kind of nice getting the critter in play though, like partial protection from an edict. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Replaying around Lily makes complete sense. Don't know if I'm playing a land. I think I can play the fetch land. Since if I draw a Brainstorm, I'm going to want a fetch land in play anyway. I can hold on to the Scrubland forever. Okay, that's absurd. Jesus. That is a good draw. Yeah, this card seems pretty good in general. Oh my god. The fairies cometh. Holy cow. We're just the luckiest. Oh my lord. I get to hold up Snap Counterspell now, right? I should just do that. Yeah. That seems good. Oh, the making tokens smaller thing. This is annoying. This turns off Snap Counterspell. I think I'm interested in cracking this and just like snap brainstorming to get my 2-1 in play. That sounds pretty good to me. Get another blue source. Those are not the best. That's fine though. I could do that, Sven, yeah. I'm not too scared though. I feel like they drew the Wasteland for the turn, so... I don't think I'm casting this Thoughtseize. Because the Thoughtseize represents like 2 less fairies, and clearly none of the cards in their hand really matter very much. Or they'd be casting them. So I think I'm just passing with Snap Counterspell up again. Because I'll just play the True-Name. But I don't really know how I lose if I do this. I'm just going to hold on to this forever. No need to cast it. We're like winning on board by a lot regardless. Cool. If they ever like have to swords this, we just gain a bunch more turns of fairy making. That's nice. Something we can do whilst continuing to hold up Snap counter. They can have Toxic Deluge, that's a good call. So I guess, doing this exposes us to Wasteland plus Toxic for 1 turn. Ball pit. Alright. Nice. I could put in the sword and equip it here. I should probably do that. No, I have normal I guess now that I'm attacking anyway, I can just cast True-Name instead. Be careful with time. Yeah, we should be fine, I think. Opponent is playing to clock now, yeah. Which is fine. Don't think it really matters. I don't think they can beat this. Sick. Just finished the game with 6 cards in hand because of Brainstorm. Brainstorm being busted yet again. That went pretty nicely. Still don't feel like I particularly know what I'm doing with the stack, but it's pretty fun when it all comes together. Alright, first. This hand seems excellent. I'm going to lead on Thoughtseize so that I can find out what we want to be pondering into on future turns. What? Why is everyone playing this really garbage deck? We just take the Chalice, right? And then they have 6 blanks in hand. Yeah. Heath, Mox Diamond. So we get to like make True-Name in 2 turns time and have Force to protect it from Lily. Ooh, Counterspell's nice. I think I just want to be pondering though. I want to hit my land drops here. Jesus. Has a really good Reanimator matchup. That's a bit surprising. I guess it can tutor Caracas. All these cards are so good. I want all of them. I also want to hit my lands though. And I guess every card in our deck is good. I can just shuffle these, right? Just like try and find lands. Sick. I'm pretty interested in the swords and the delta, and then I can shuffle away the sea. That makes sense. It does have some tools, for sure. Caracas is very nice, the fact they can tutor it. We're going to see a Knight here, Knight of the Reliquary. If we do, then we get to go Counterspell plus Swords. So that actually like works out okay for us. Liliana, oh my god. Well, guess I am doing this. This is like the one card we care about. I don't know which of these I get rid of. The Counterspell is great if we get to untap with the True-Name. Whereas the Brainstorm's just always going to be good, even if the True-Name gets killed. I think I'm going to get rid of the Brainstorm. And then I'm just going to slam our True-Name and cross my fingers. Just want to get another blue source, right? There's no point getting a non-basic, basic, since then they can cut us off colors more easily, so I should just get a Tundra. Right, we just need to fade Lily for 1 turn. We know 2 of their free cards. So we just need to fade Lily for 1 turn. Interesting. Garruk? Chalice on 1. Sure. That's fine, because we still get to cast our Counterspell. Yeah, I think we're in a good position at the moment, even with this Chalice on 1. Caracas does not do anything. Holy cow. Okay. That's a very, very good draw. Obviously they can kill the Stoneforge, but this is going to speed up our clock quite a bit. I don't know if I'm getting Jitte or Sword. Jitte kills them a lot quicker. Oh, we don't have Sword in anyway, so yeah, we are just getting Jitte then. Makes sense. Cabal Pet, sure. Right. So I now have them on a 3-turn clock, right? This turn I get to cast Jitte, hold up Counterspell. Next turn I can equip Jitte, put them to 7, and then the counters are gonna kill them the turn after. Alright, we'll counter that, since I'm not going to be able to use these anyways, if I don't. This game is just over. Sick. Well, so far this matchup seems to be going well for us. So we decided Disenchant, Explosives, Sword, Bitterblossom were all good, and Thoughtseize was good, and the Surgicals. We don't have any Back to Basics sideboard at the moment. It's kind of awkward because I feel like Back to Basics is actually like kind of decent against our deck. We have 6 dual lands. So Verdict's bad. Verdict is just like straight up garbage. Probably just want to cut all the forces since this is an attrition matchup and we were cutting a couple ponders as well. Oh, we can also cut an equipment of some description. Yeah, opponent isn't playing Maverick, they're playing 4-color Loam, I'm aware. I'm still like iffy on these cliques. I still feel like they just get killed a lot. Like, this isn't how we win the game. But I don't know. I feel like on the draw I just want the 6 removal spells for Dark Confidant. I can just play the 1 clique. And then on the play I could like cut a Fatal Push to bring in the 2nd. That's not unreasonable. It's not unreasonable. Yeah, Loam plus Night decks, yep. They don't have Chalice. This is like a fine hand. So yes, we're just going to cross our fingers that they don't have Chalice. It's pretty hard. Maybe we just need a couple forces on the draw. Chalice is so threatening. Chalice is just absurdly threatening. If we play Island, we can Brainstorm next turn. If we play Plains, I can hold up Swords for a Dark Confidant. Guess I'm playing Island. If they Chalice, it also means I get to, like, at least get the Brainstorm out of my hand. Yeah. Well, game just got a bit harder. I just shuffle away one of those at least, which is something. I think I'm just casting this Night's Whisper. I have to discard a card, but I also just need to find an answer to this as soon as possible anyway, right? I guess I don't have my second blue source at the moment either, so I need to draw into one. This is really nice. Bitterblossom is going to be great. Especially if they can't cast Frets. Exciting. This game just got really weird. Just like hate cards on both sides. Bitterblossom versus Choke. I totally count Bitterblossom as a hate card. It's messed up. I'm gonna hold the Scrubland. Don't really want to give them their Wasteland a target. I'd rather have access to the burst of mana at a later date. Maybe to cast this sword next turn. It does mean we can't put in sword and equip this turn now, but we probably wouldn't have been able to do that anyway, so I kind of just want to keep hold of this Lotus Petal. So I guess I'm just going to activate the Stoneforge. Oh, it's not, yeah, it is a Lotus Petal because they have Wastelands. I could give that a go, Rebel Kill. It's not something I'm, like, particularly excited about the idea of. From the perspective that I'm not convinced it's, like, necessarily well positioned. But I'm definitely pretty interested in trying out new decks. So, they returned no cards of Loam. They're just putting it in the yard to dredge. I'm pretty down with that. Let's start getting in these sword hits. I guess now I will play this out just to eat into, like, if they sack a Wasteland, they have less mana for shenanigans. It's kind of absurd. We're just drawing all 1-drops. Like, I know we have a lot of them in our deck, but goblins seem convincing to you? I don't know. It looked like fine. I feel like part of us losing to it was me playing badly and not being familiar with it. And not being familiar with this deck. Like, if I lose to goblins a bunch more, I might give it a try, but the onus is definitely on them beating me more, I think. Oh boy, Dark Confidant. We get to kill that with the sword though, it just doesn't matter. I have never tried Turbo Depths. I'm not opposed to it. I know there are definitely times when like Turbo Depths is pretty well set up. This is nice. I can kill the Chalice, then kill the Bob. Or I could kill the Chalice, Thoughtseize them. I'm kind of more into that. That sounds great to me. I can attack with my critters first, and then do that. Since I get to kill the Bob anyway, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I can't kill Chalice because of my tokens. You're correct. You're correct. Yeah. That is 100% the case. Oh my god. Game's over anyway. Jeez, this card. Apparently Bitterblossom is a bit messed up. Alright, I'm gonna go get some water. And then we'll hop into the next one. Alright. Oh, Maverick did seem pretty strong yesterday, yeah. Maverick is something I'm not opposed to trying. I think that would be something that would be a good use of my time in testing. Oh my god, Chronos Avant. Yeah, the ban's been effective for a couple days now, Taxes. That's fair. Less Colligan's commands just changes everything, right? It makes this card playable again as well. Just had a package of cards arrive for my cube that I will look through in between rounds at some point. Okay. This is fine. Got removal, got a Brainstorm. And shuffle away this Batterskull, most likely. What cube are you building? I have a Bant cube, so no red or black cards. I've had it built for about a year now, but I just changed about 100 cards in it as like the first big overhaul. Based on like feedback I'd received and stuff. But why? Restrictions build creativity. Right, I'm just gonna Brainstorm in my turn and then Fatal Push afterwards, I think. Only get punished if I draw like specifically Stoneforge Mystic. Interesting. If it's in there, you should cut front. Front is currently in there. Alas. What am I getting rid of? I kind of want to get rid of Batterskull land. Problem is the force is never really going to do anything, but I'm not sure I want to keep hold of a Batterskull either. I could get rid of force plus land. I don't know, this is probably fine. This force is almost certainly going to be bad, but like, so are the other cards. That's a fair comment, Panayam. The main reason Frun's in there is that, like, blue-white control is one of the best archetypes in the cube. And I feel like things that push back against it are actually kind of valuable. Alright, do we get Jitte or Batterskull? Batterskull kills them quicker. We have a couple creatures we can Jitte up. Batterskull also protects Jace really well. It's interesting. I think I want Batterskull. Like, next time we can just spend our turn, like, suiting up a creature with Jitte. Hitting them, storing up some counters. You should add black and red cards. They are good against blue-white control. Oh my god. Not happening. It's actually really cool, like, building a cube without a color or two. Just, trying to, like, figure out what the environment ends up looking like and what archetypes you can support and stuff. That's fair, Piago. I could see that being the case. I was kind of torn on which is better. Could definitely see it being the Batterskull, the Jitte potentially though. Would like force them to leave their War Chief on defense here. Ooh, swords. Alright. Since we drew swords, I think that means we just swords this and put in the skull this turn. And, like, set up for Jace, or be able to Snapcast a removal spell, depending on what happens. I hope that they don't have a wasteland, I guess. That would be really brutal, but we do just have to crack this now to play around like a tar fire on the Stoneforge. I'm not planning on goblins today, but maybe soon if I lose this match. Maybe. Goblins' future on this stream is reliant on their result here. I'm just gonna let this resolve. Not too scared of that Vio at the moment on like turn 4 when we're about to land a Jace. Jeez. That makes sense, cutting Tarfire because of no death rights. That makes complete sense. I get to start brainstorming. Oh my god. Alright. These are some cards. I guess I want to hit my land drop this turn, right? I can keep all the blue cards in hand, so I have an option of like what I want to pitch to force, if I have to force. Matron. I think that one's worthy of a force. Get rid of the backup Jace, since we already have one in play. Now we can try and find a land so we can Jitte up our critter this turn. Right, didn't hit it. Found a Thoughtseize. So we can go Stoneforge plus Thoughtseize this turn. Matron, Sharpshooter, Kiki-Jiki, Mob Boss. Alright, interesting. I just want to take the Matron, right? None of these matter. I can kill all of these one by one. Round 1 loss was to Goblins. But I played pretty poorly because I was getting used to this deck. And because I played against Goblins like once lifetime because I'm a relatively new player, so... just take the Demonic Tutor. Seems good. Don't think they can ever win this game. Okay. That is a 2/2. I respect it. That is a creature that can die to Jitte. Just bounce this. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. The deck just, like, doesn't do anything. I guess this is also good. Hey there, Arcanlevin. So now I can go Thoughtseize, True-Name, Equip. This gets haste. But we're going to get to kill this, so it doesn't actually matter. Rawr. Thoughtseize you. Take some irrelevant card. I don't know. I don't know if the Sharpshooter does anything here. I don't know if anything does anything here. I think they're just dead regardless of what we do. We could take actions at random. So we came to the decision of, like, really wanting explosives and sword. And the Containment Priests and Disenchant. Just to make sure we can keep fire off the table. I think we were taking out the counterspells. Trimming on forces. I think we do actually want a couple forces on the draw. I'm quite scared of Ether Vial. Just like want to make sure that thing never hits the table. Even if Force is like not very good against their deck in general. I think the cards we were cutting earlier were Thoughtseize and Jitte. Because Jitte is just worse than Sword of Fire and Ice. This does the same thing, but draws us cards at the same time. So I can kind of see doing this. And then on the play we can just take out all the forces and bring in like another Thoughtseize and something else. Jitte is insane. But we don't want 3 equipments, right? Minifer? We only want like 2 pieces of equipment. You just have all 3 equipments. That's fair. I know Jitte is incredible, I just feel like it's the worst of the 3. But maybe you still just want all 3 to like grind through shatter effects. This is pretty nice. We have Fatal Push into Disenchant. I'm just gonna pass with Push Up. Why don't I want 3 equipments? I feel like maybe you do just want all 3 and like you can draw them naturally and not have to lean on Stoneforge too much. Maybe I'm just wrong. I'm probably just wrong. I'm probably being silly. I guess part of it is like we don't have that many creatures. I feel like if you're not drawing a Stoneforge, you're often not going to have something to put the equipment on anyway. Let's get this off the table. And like if you're drawing a Stoneforge, you're just going to be getting Batterskull or Sword instead. Maybe that's just wrong. That's probably just wrong. Oh my god, I hate this card. Matron is so good. They just get to run 4 demonic tutors. I guess we're just casting Night's Whisper. Pass with my fetch land up. Yeah, we're probably just meant to have Jitte, and I agree. I agree. It's probably just incorrect boarding it out. Interesting. I guess I'm just casting True-Name now and killing the Lackey. That's like a pretty good use of a turn. Oh, punished for not playing Strand last turn. So the reason I played the Marsh Flats is if they tap all 4 mana, I'd probably just want to kill something to stop the board growing too much. Which would mean fetching Tundra so that I could still cast True-Name, which meant I'd want to do it off the land that couldn't just fetch a basic. But, like, obviously, drawing another blue fetch is what punishes that. Anyway, pretty happy just slamming this True-Name. If they figure out a way past it, we can kill the Lackey. If not, then the Lackey just doesn't matter. Though we might end up killing it in their end of turn anyway, so that we can start swinging with the True-Name in a couple turns. So I just get a Tundra and let them kill it. If they want. If they kill this Tundra, they're like down a land when we're ahead on board, right? So we're pretty okay with that situation. Like they just can't afford to kill our Tundra. And if they don't kill our Tundra, we get to sword them next turn, which seems absurd. It has, Jarvis, it has. Admittedly, I never got to see it in its heyday, so it's always just looked like this to me. Like, the first time I ever saw goblins was like 3 years ago or whatever, so... Also, hi Jarvis. Ether Vial. That's gonna be a bit slow. They do get to kill our land now, which stops us sorting them next turn, but I think they're gonna struggle here. I'm just gonna get this Lackey out the way. Just like use my mana, since my mana is my main restriction at the moment. Sure. I think I just want to get the sword in play. I guess I'm a bit worried about them having a shatter effect. I could just play the Mystic instead to guarantee I get the sword hit in. I'm a bit unsure on this. I'm definitely getting a Tundra because I'd like to have a white source through their port activation. I'm not too concerned with them wastelanding me, I think. I guess we don't currently have an equipment to fetch with this, because I am foolish. So this is probably fine. I think I'm just leaving True-Name on defense. I'm on 13. They have like hasty goblins. Getting in free damage just doesn't seem relevant. When we take over, we'll like start taking over by a lot. Oh my god, that's so rude. That's so good. Okay. We have a Disenchant in our yard, so Snapcaster would let us kill the needle. Could also just draw a card that is better than their whole deck. That's also a thing we could do. It is not ideal, Jarvis. Agree. I guess I'm zeroing any fetch land lets me hold up swords, right? So I have like a reasonably good shot at being able to keep Jace safe. Yeah, this is great. I can shuffle the Batterskull back in for my Stoneforge. Alright. They have a ringleader in hand, so they can... Oh, I'm probably meant to just swords the war chief already, right? Because of the ringleader. On the other hand, this might make them, like, make awkward attacks into our true name. No, apparently I just have to swords the war chief. Because this gives them haste. Right. Okay. We do need to find an answer to this as well, but this is fine. Everything is fine. Nothing is on fire. I think I kind of want a second black source with them having port in play. God damn. Alright. I guess it's Jace versus their ringleader. We can bounce the Krenko, but I think I just want to zero. I have like a bunch of good hits here if I zero. And they only get to make like 3 1/1s. I guess I'm just casting Batterskull. And threaten to suit up the true name next turn. Currently wishing we had that Jitte in my deck. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I feel like I just want to cast the Batterskull this turn. Just to like try and block stuff better. Like obviously the Containment Priest shuts down this really nicely. Containment Priest would really restrict their turn. It means they only get to ringleader us and make some 1/1s, but seems good. Okay. Well, I need them not to find a matron off the ringleader, basically. Since matron would let them tutor for a shatter. Tuk Scrapper would also do it. Lackey, Pile Driver, War Chief. None of those cards do that much. They let them make more goblins, I guess, which is scary, but Goblin Trash Master. I do not know that card, Jarvis. Holy cow, that's absurd. How's that real? Goblin Trash Master? That must be one of the new ones. These all have haste. They get to attack our Jace with everything. We're actually in quite a bit of trouble now. this is gonna spew out so many goblins every turn. We need to find like a supreme verdict, I guess. Maybe the War Chief was more scary than I was giving it credit for. I can. I'm worried that might be not good enough, Minifer, with how wide they're going to be going, but I can do that. That's... okay, now this is probably good enough. Oh my god, now this is probably good enough. I can just hit them for 7, cast Priest and Swords the Cranko. If they want to trade both of these with the Germ, I'm pretty okay with that, I think. Since it gets their War Chief off the board. Now we just want to try and turn the corner. Before they can draw anything too absurd. Maybe attacking with the True Name's a bit aggressive there, but it doesn't actually change our clock at all, right? Attacking with the True Name. Because they'd be on 21 instead of 18, so it'd still be like 3 hits of 7. But with the Lifelinker on defense, it's going to be reasonably hard for them to kill us. Yeah. Just like miles ahead. Cool. This is a big fish. Two turns. Just need to fade Matron and Shatter effects. Why do I die? I have Containment Priest. Half the reason we bought this in is it blocks Piledriver. There are a lot of goblins. You are not wrong, Kiki Jiki. Right, crossing my fingers. No! Oh my god. They should have not tapped this. They need to be able to make green with this in case they hit Hooligan, right? If they still have Hooligan in their list. Matron, Cranko, but the Vial doesn't work, so the Matron can't find anything in time. Oh, I did not realize that, Jarvis. You're correct. That's kind of adorable. I hope we're not dead. I assume we're not dead. We can gain 7 on blocks. Yeah, we gain 7 on blocks and just, like, jam this under the Piledriver, right? Uh-huh. They have conceded. Well, I've got good news, everyone. I beat goblins. So this means I do not have to play goblins. We've successfully avoided playing goblins on stream. How is that good news? Oh, I think it's pretty great news. What did you dislike about it, Taxes? We did side in EE and Disenchant, yep. This is fine, we got a ponder. We need to find a white source, but got some basics if they're on a wasteland deck. Alright, this is like almost in the realm of keepable, but I'm probably meant to shuffle. I get to go draw force, have force up if they're on a combo deck, untap Night's Whisper. Problem is, we know one of the cards the Night's Whisper's drawing is the Swords, which is pretty garbage here in this hand. I think I'm gonna keep it though. This is fine. We only need to hit like, if we hit any land we get to like snap ponder. Even if we don't find like specifically a white source. I'm so relieved they're not targeting me. That would be a nightmare. Alright, let's find a land as the second card off this Night's Whisper. That sounds delightful. Oh my god, so lucky. Just the actual luckiest. Feeling less lucky about like triple swords against miracles, but you know. Okay. I guess we might as well force this. I don't know, we get to save our force for something else, even if this Snapcaster is turned off. Hey there, Nucleo. Blue-white helm. Yeah, I guess we don't force. It does make, like, Energy Field and Helm into relevant cards, but... Oh, sweet. You were on, Sneak and Show, right? Faithless Looting? Yeah, GG's. That was a really fun match. Alright, let's ponder, and then we can Stoneforge reshuffle. I like the Counterspell and the Tundra. I guess we're just gonna draw the Tundra. And then shuffle with the Mystic. Skill and Derp. Oh my god. We definitely want a second blue source at some point. I'm pretty happy to pick it up now. I could just shuffle. And then I have like... Will I be in Brussels? Yeah, I will be, Alban. I'm looking forward to it. I know the land's nice, but I feel like we've got time to hit our land drops anyway. That worked out. Got a better land. Now we have a fetch land for a Brainstorm. But I think if the Tundra had been a fetch land, I would have kept it. But the fact that it wasn't even a fetch for like a future Brainstorm was pretty unexciting. That sounds great, Alban. I'm always happy to do stuff like that. How's the Esper Stoneblades been? We're currently 3-1. Somehow our matchups, we faced Goblins twice and 4-color Loam twice. So it's been a pretty weird league. But the deck's been fun. It's been kind of a lot. It's like it plays such a flexible role, but knowing exactly how to like position yourself with the flexibility and when to start turning the corner and stuff is a bit tricky. But I'm enjoying the deck. It feels like it has like a lot of tools available to it. Yeah, Legacy is very wild. Yeah, 4-color Loam, it's it runs like Chalice, Mox Diamond, Knight of the Reliquary, Dark Confidant, Loam, Liliana. It's like mid-range Life from the Loam deck. It's pretty sweet. Right, I'm just gonna Brainstorm here, because we have a lot of bad cards in this hand. Just want to like get rid of them immediately. That is an amazing draw. Let's get rid of 2 of these swords. Our hand's looking like way nicer now. Brainstorm, still totally busted, agree. Oh, they get to Fluster. That's pretty good for them. I guess I've exposed my Stoneforge to swords to Plowshares, which I didn't need to do. They have Caracas in their main deck, so I'm going to assume they don't play back to basics and just get a Tundra. Caracas could mean they have Clique main deck. Realistically, so that's like an argument for putting in the Batterskull now. But I think I'm fine with passing. Or Venser. Venser is... It's been a while since Venser. Alright, Terminus. So I feel smart about holding the Batterskull. I'm just gonna let this resolve, I think. I don't think this matters. Just want to fight over my Jace with my force. Yeah, that makes sense, Callum. Hey, hey. We're playing Death Shadow after this, Callum. I think I'm just forcing this. Then if they fight over it, then I get to resolve Jace, guaranteed. But I think this is threatening enough to force. I'd prefer to use the force to protect my Jace, but it's like not impossible. They'd have even like had the foresight to leave a 4 on top, right? Awesome. I look forward to hearing your feedback. Oh, these are some decent cards. So I can leave the... Huh. I almost don't hate holding on to one of these removal spells to protect from Mentor. It's like not the worst. I have the Brainstorm anyway, right? And the Batterskull's not exactly doing much, like a 5 mana 4/4. It's not gonna get there, I don't think. I like this. I'm just gonna hold the Verdict in case they have Mentor to like try and tackle down our Jace. Oh my god, they're gonna get Helm and kill us, I guess. Okay. Pretty sure we have no answers to this in the main deck. So I guess I'm just gonna Brainstorm and cross my fingers that I can find a force. Uh-huh. That's pretty strong. Okay. Well, I guess this Disenchant is coming in as a starting point. Thoughtseize seems great. Bitterblossom seems great. This stuff seems good. Alright, Sword is better than Jitte, and Clique is awesome, so we just want all of this stuff. Yeah, we could just take out some Snapcaster Mages against their Rest in Peace deck, right? That makes some amount of sense. I don't know how many removal spells we need to leave in against Mentor. You notice we're not playing Hymns in this deck. Hymns come up next League, Alessia, in like 20 minutes time. I'm looking forward to him to some people. You want all my forces in? Just like force the Mentor instead of swordsing. That's fair. We can cut the Jitte too. Since it's like the worst equipment by a large distance, it doesn't really do anything. If you reckon we should have all the forces in, then I'll try it like this, I guess. Seems like a reasonable setup. Cutting some Snapcasters just in case they land a Rest in Peace. This is good. You'd cut some land? Okay. I'll keep that in mind for the next game. How many Snapcasters would you keep or cut and swords? You'd cut the EE as well. So you just keep all 4 Snapcasters and like just in case you keep the rip off the table. It's possible I meant to just hold up Flusterstorm here. I kind of want to ensure I like hit my land drops. Oh my god. I go Bitterblossom next turn. Turn after. I need to find lands. It's part of the problem of keeping this. The Bitterblossom is like so unrealistic, but I also just need to hit my land drops. Yeah. The saddest shuffle. Alright. If that Stoneforge Mystic had been a land, it would have been like literal perfect ponder. Okay, I can Thoughtseize with Fluster back up. Rip, Brainstorm, Brainstorm. Interesting. So if I take the first rip, I can disenchant the second. And then my Snapcaster is live. I'm not like thrilled about that plan, but the other option is I can take a Brainstorm and assume they're shuffling away a rip. And like the Disenchant's going to be good no matter what. Fluster the other Brainstorm. I mean that would require them to run the Brainstorm into the Fluster, which they don't even have to do, right? Never mind. Yes, I'm flustering this. They still get to shuffle away one card. I kind of just want to like use my Fluster. This could just be bad. I feel like outside of like forcing Jaces to resolve, these Flusters have a limited lifespan though. Yeah, it's pretty weird Brainstorm, I agree. Here comes the rip. Oh, that's interesting, Alex. I could see that coming up. So now I just pass with Disenchant up. I can save my fetch land. Yeah, opponent has Helm in their deck. And Enlightened Tutor. To set it all up. Weirdly, this is not the first time I've faced this deck since the bannings. Pretty likely to have a counter here. I'm just going to pass with Snap Disenchant up. And hope they go for the rip. Why shouldn't I do that, Minifer? I didn't need to disenchant. I guess now I lock myself into like this weird holding pattern where I just have to like keep my Snapcaster up. Maybe this is bad. Oh my god. Yeah. We have no answers to this clique in our deck, really. Yeah, that makes sense, Minifer. Using the Disenchant was loose. I agree. Now it's like I have this weird holding pattern where the moment I like tap too low, they get to slam the rip anyway. Yep, you're completely correct, Minifer. I agree completely. I guess if I like stick in this holding pattern, I just lose, right? So I should just cast a threat. Like, I'm not gonna win by sitting here with Snap Disenchant up for the rest of the game. At least my Snapcaster has value as like something that can wear a sword. Getting the sword down means we have a chance at removing the Clique within the next few turns. Despite not having removal in our deck at the moment. Interesting. So they have Rip and a mystery card. Okay. Hopefully they don't have swords. If they don't, we're actually, like, not in a terrible position. I can remove this Clique. There is a lot of the legacy community here at the moment, for sure. It's kind of sick. Oops, I meant to play this. I'm gonna draw step Clique them, make sure they can't combo us. I could hold Clique for a Terminus, but I don't know how much of that sort of stuff they even have left in their deck at the moment. We get to take this Jace. I guess the Jace doesn't really do much. Oh, the Jace is on top at the moment, okay. So they get it next turn. The Fluster does literal nothing. So we just let them keep it. Yeah, the Jace is scary, but they're kind of dead next turn, right? At the moment. I don't know that they can even keep the Jace. Maybe they just have to shuffle it. Honestly. I'm going to be doing lots of Legacy streaming the next couple weeks due to wanting to, like, try out decks for the PT. I was a Grixis Delver player beforehand, and that is no longer a thing, so... Yeah, the Jace just doesn't do anything, right? This was an amazing draw. Oh my god. Alright. We can do this. We've got Counterspell and Pierce up. The Pierce doesn't do that much. I could just get the True-Name down instead, but... Having the free mana open means we can Counterspell through the Fluster. So... that seems like the most important thing. They're deciding whether to shuffle the Jace away or not. Like, Jace bouncing Clique technically buys them a turn, but they'd probably just rather take the look at the fresh card. I'm actually going to counter this. since then they're just dead on board. Because then they can't bounce the Clique, or like try and find a energy field. Jeez. Oh my god. So I spell pierce the Jace, they fluster back. Yeah, if they bounce the Clique, I recast it. Yeah, that was really stupid, I guess. Spell pierce, he has to shuffle away field. No, they fluster my spell pierce. How is opponent dead? Don't they just... They can brainstorm, hit a land, draw this energy field, and then they have field with fluster backup. But it doesn't like make any difference when I pierce, because they get to fluster back the pierce anyway, so... No land in top 3. I mean, it's technically 2 looks at a land, right? Because we know one of the cards an energy field. So it's 2 looks at a land. God damn it. Oh my god! They had to get rid of the Flusterstorm in order to have the land drop, so they're not actually safe, right? So we need them to not have a 1-drop on top. So we should have just pierced the Jace, because they just didn't have enough raw cards in hand. I didn't consider that. Well... Yep. So I threw this game by not piercing the Jace then. Because I didn't realise they just didn't have enough raw cards. At least I can kill Jace. So that's something. Yeah, I was punished. It's kind of brutal. Now I need to find my engineered explosives. Because I used up the Disenchant earlier this game. That, like, achieved nothing. Time to flame chat for bad advice. Nah, chat was correct. As much as it pains me to admit it. I should have just pierced the Jace. Force them to use Fluster, and then they just don't have enough cards. Jace is a win con for us too. That's true, Alex. We can still draw our own Jace. If we were playing wild / opponent would be dead. Isn't that the truth? I guess I just keep passing. If they want to bounce my Clique, I get to start taking cards. So... Uh-huh. I guess this is a bit unfortunate. Now I have to crack my fetches. Because of, in order to cast Force, if I played out my land, I'd get to keep my fetches in play. I guess I want to force this. Since it's only going to counter my Counterspell anyway, and let them, like, choose a card. Okay. Or I just pitch the irrelevant Snapcaster. That's fair. I should do that. Agree. Agree. And then I get to keep this one fetch. That makes sense. Puts us down a card for Brainstorm, but you'd let the tutor resolve because none of the 2-mana things matter. Since they're getting a 2, yeah. And like Rip and Energy Field both don't matter. That makes sense. Yep, yep. Yep. Yeah, K-Command changes a lot in the format. The lack of K-Commands. Revealed another counterbalance. Okay. So we should just force the Helm. And keep the fetch. And we want to draw Jace this turn, please. Okay. Gonna cross my fingers on this one. Teferi, what the fuck? I would like to find a Jace. Right, this moment. Okay, Brainstorm is like good enough to keep. We know these cards are bad that we're hitting, but we get to see one. Keeping Brainstorm is correct, right? We get to see a random card anyway. I guess this makes... I can kill Teferi, you're right. You're right. Oh yeah, we can fetch before Brainstorm. Yeah. Makes me wish I still had the second fetch land, but... No, this is good. This is good. Night's Whisper, okay. We are certainly spinning our wheels. We are certainly spinning our wheels. Oh my god, the Stoneforge is a 2. I could have fought through this at some... And they have a Caracas. We don't actually get to hit them. But we can get the Engineered Explosives in play. It's not actually lethal. It kills our Stoneforge. And they have Caracas for the Clique. Right? Blue, white. So we still have to deal with the Teferi. Oh, you'd play True-Name instead? That's fair. I felt like if I didn't resolve this, like if they leave a top 2 on top, I guess they're just never leaving a 2 on top. There's a Teferi on top of their library. Oh, now they can tuck the engineered explosives, I guess. But that's fine, because then they're not drawing cards. This game is, like, way too complicated for me. Alright. Well, next time we get to attack with the Stoneforge Teferi. And then we can crack explosives. And then we can land this garbage. So this is good. Alright. So we crack explosives. Just to get their counterbalance off board. We cast True-Name. I suspect that's the case, Jarvis, yes. And then they can hope to draw into a counterspell or like blind flip to get rid of it. I just sit on the Clique, right? Do I sit on the Clique or do I do it now? I think I sit on the Clique. Oh no, they have the Caracas anyway. They're gonna get to bounce it regardless. And I kinda just want to stop. I don't know. This is game 2, Nucleo. I mean, alright, I'd rather this just be a random card, right? That makes sense. Yeah, time is a concern. Time is definitely a concern. Agree. Agree. I'm capable of F6ing. It'll be fine. I do not have the time to think through what the correct sequence was with all this Teferi stuff, but has our opponent ever beaten a Pyroblast? Has anyone? Alright. Well. Oh my god. Helm is in play. They just need to find a rip. Whew. I guess I'm just going to be killing the Teferi anyway. Oh wait, no, they're on 5? What? This is funny. So it's the top 3 cards. So we just need there to not be creatures on top, right? God damn it. Wait, this does nothing. We still just equip, right? And kill them. I don't get this. Okay. Whatever. We're clicking at random. Nothing matters, yeah. I got there eventually. They're just like using time, which is entirely legit. I know. I am not realizing this stuff because I'm having to play quickly, but yeah. So we're just running back how we have this built, right? I'm pretty happy with this. Someone suggested cutting a land. It's fine, Jarvis. Have you never watched me play Magic before? I play much faster with 3 minutes left. Side in all the creatures. Oh my god. They didn't actually cast the Terminus all that game. Better play some priests for the aggro draw. Jesus. D-follow, D-friend. Yeah, they 100% have Terminus in their deck, agree. I just don't know, like, what we'd fit in Snapcasters for. Like, Callum was saying taking out lands, but I'm not really in love with that. I don't know. Whatever. Priest stops Helm. Jeez. We're ready. We're ready for that Helm plan. This hand is amazing. Keep. Thoughtseize into Night's Whisper. The dream. I'm just gonna be doing stuff without talking to chat too much. Interesting. Tundra, cast Night's Whisper. Alright, set the draw step stop so we can clique them. They did not name Flooded Strand. Confirmed not ghosting. I think I just end step Clique, right? Then I get to hold up Counterspell. That seems good to me. They have Helm in hand, but we can clique that away. I guess I'm still just going to count. This is fine. This does nothing. I'm going to name Jace. They name Jace, we can't aggro Jace Seal, which is fine. We get to clique into counter, which is pretty good. We could target ourselves and cycle the Jace. Maybe that was better, but we've got the Brainstorm to get rid of the Jace anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm just going to get rid of the one of these. It doesn't matter which one. We're going to get through all of them eventually, right? Yeah. Alright. Brainstorm. Get rid of Jace. Just like playing super fast here. Should maybe have taken the Council's Judgment. I'm not really thinking too much. There is no time for thinking. Incoming Council's Judgment. Yeah, I should definitely have taken the Helm. I'd be up another Counterspell, and then this game would be easy. Oh, that's reasonable, Vintage Master. Getting Jace into play is really good, for sure. Oh, they can almost just cast Terminus, which is terrifying. I guess we just get Batterskull, so that we can cast Batterskull if they Terminus us. I could kill Rip, that's true. I feel like this is fine though. Clique us means you get to block, very nice. Now I can kill Rip before they can take my Disenchant. Alright, not talking, not looking at chat. God damn, they have another spell. They have another Rip, I guess. Right. Yeah. I should actually attack for a timeout. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Easy. Easy. Was there ever any doubt? Yeah, we know opponent's final card is Terminus. I was doing things quickly without thinking as well, because of time constraints. Oh my god. Oh my god. We might be waiting a moment. I get that impression. We got the 4-1 with Esper. I also quite like this deck. We didn't face any tier decks, which is concerning. I would like to face like the tier decks with it at some point. But, oh my god, Alessia. You're great. We didn't face any tier decks, so obviously we didn't get to see how it performs against Rug or Death and Taxes, but it felt very strong. It felt like it has a lot of versatile tools to it. It also just, like, Obviously I was playing quite poorly with it this stream because of unfamiliarity, but it also feels like something I could learn to play at a decent level with enough practice. So I definitely want to play more of it over like the coming week or two. We might be waiting a moment. It's fine though. It is several times. It is several times. It's really frustrating. I kind of want to use this as an opportunity. Okay. Wow. Opponent gave in. So what are we playing now? I was planning on some blue-black Shadow, because I want to cast Hymn to Turak. It's been too long since I've resolved a Hymn to Turak. Colossus of Akros. This card's a nightmare in Momir, but not such a great open.